What's happening, guys? 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 Scott from a Hornet's Nest. Welcome back. It is Tuesday and it is so good to see you. No, I do not have an episode for you today. It is just a review on the year that we've had. Let's finish off the year with something nice. Let's look how far we've come. Let's see where we're going, because it's been quite a journey. Like, we're up to episode 25, which is currently being filmed at the moment. And I can't believe it, 25 full episodes in and you're still here with me. So I'm waiting on post. That's the reason why we don't have the IFE episode today, but that's okay. That IFE episode is going to come out next year. It's almost done. I just need the PCBs and we're good to go. So I thought, well, let's review the channel. We've had so many cool moments. We started off just doing some Arduino tutorials and some basic theory. We got into unboxing the MDF components that my mate cut out for me, and then we got into the assembly, and now I have a gull grey flight sim in my house ready for components to be put into it. And none of this could have been possible without your support and those that support the channel. So I thought, why don't we go and review the year? Let's see a little bit of an insight into the channel that you might not generally see on the fortnightly videos. And I thought, my generation and anyone younger than me, we don't really Google that often anymore. We ChatGPT. So in the theme of that, let's ask ChatGPT 6 questions to help us reflect and review on what 2024 was. So, write me 6 questions to help me review the last year on YouTube. Here are 6 questions to help you review your last year on YouTube. There we go. Alrighty, what were the biggest successes or milestones for your channel in 2024? The biggest success and milestone for me was to make YouTube partner within the first 6 months of content creating and to receive sponsorship from companies like PCB and QIDI. Now, I don't know about you, but I started this not expecting any of that. I just wanted to make cool tutorials to help bring aviation into people's lives that don't get to do it as a job. Now, yeah, I expected sponsorship and I expected YouTube partnership program for those channels that are cool, like cool channels that have millions of subscribers. That's when I thought you got that. This was never, like I said in the last episode, in the plan of my life to receive such support from you as well as other companies around the world. So that's probably the biggest milestone, was, yeah, to receive sponsorship and to have companies give a vote of confidence saying, hey, we like what you're doing and we want to support it. And then to get your support as well just was the absolute milestone for this year. I just can't believe that from where we started making that first F5 Armament panel to now, how much I've grown YouTube-wise, but just personally as well. The second question is, what challenges did you face while creating content in 2024 and how did you overcome them? The biggest challenge that I've had making the videos is not to race ahead as much as I would love to. I gotta keep it in time with the channel, and it's the funniest thing, it takes longer for me to do it, but I find it so much more rewarding knowing that I'm doing it with you guys. I don't want you to miss out on anything important. I want to make sure that everything is planned out nicely, but I get so inspired making it. Like when the AMP CD was built, and that reaction that you saw in that episode was the most genuine first viewing of it. So I wanted you to be part of that. And yeah, I've got to make sure that I don't race ahead and I plan everything out. So that's a big challenge production-wise. And I've found that I can kind of combat that by just having mind maps and a lot of diagrams and lists. And it's like, hey, this is what you need for episode 25. This is what you need for episode 26. This is where we're going. And I just got to plan ahead a little bit more. But on a personal challenge, not caring about metrics. It is so easy for any content creator to start off saying you're not going to care about metrics. But naturally, you will see one video do really, really well. And then your next video is not going to do really well. And you start thinking to yourself, am I regressing? Did I not put enough effort in? But it is just what it is. YouTube's a massive platform. Some videos just don't do well, but what makes it worth it is having your comments and having your support and knowing that those 33% that watch the video to the end will show up every fortnight when I post a video. So yeah, that's probably the biggest challenge, is planning ahead as well as not taking it too personally if a video doesn't do so well. What are some behind the scenes moments or challenges that your audience hasn't seen? The big thing that I try not let you see is me losing my train of thought. And it happens all the time. And it could be a dog barking in the distance. It could be the house creaking. It could be anything. It could be a plane flying overhead, and there goes my train of thought. I'm like, oh, and I was on such a roll. And you're like, damn it. Now you're trying to work out, do I just reshoot that entire sequence? Do I try to remember what I was doing? What was my body doing? How was my face? How were my hands? It is one massive production, but that's okay. It is so funny watching it, and I love editing that part out. And here's some bloopers actually to show you what I mean, and you'll just see my emotional battery just go whoop as I lose that train of thought. On your cockpits, even just have a bit of flight simming. Now, in today's episode, we are getting there. And get these files. How do I use how do I go and use the Open Hornet website? How do I even navigate GitHub? That's blowing in my face. Alrighty, so here we are, ready to go. Let's start building the right side console. The takeaway from today's episode is don't make the same mistakes that I've made. I don't even know where to go with that. Alrighty, so here we are, ready to go to build the left. No, I don't want to build the right. Oh, you're kidding me. This is annoying. Oh, now the dog's barking. What's happening, guys? Scott from A Hornet's Nest. Welcome back to episode 12 of Tutorial Tuesday. As always, it's so good to see you. And in today's episode, we are going to show you how to shoot. 5 minutes, it's a record. So yeah, even though in the moment they are probably the most frustrating things to happen, at the end of it when I'm watching it back, it is so funny, and it makes the process so much more enjoyable in the editing, just having a good laugh at that and not taking it too seriously. How did the community grow and contribute to the channel this year? This one is probably the most important one to me. When I started out episode 1, it was awkward. I was like, oh, is this even worth it? I'm expecting 10 people to watch it. And it was gonna be the 6 direct family members that we have, plus me watching it 4 times on different media, on different devices, and it was gonna 10 views. And maybe 1 hero on Facebook that watched it. But to get over 10,000 views on that video was the most incredible amount of support that I felt with people, and not just clicking it and being interested, but watching a fair duration of it. And I can see like where people skip to besides like the interesting parts. That was absolutely mind-blowing. And then what has the community done to contribute to my channel? You are my channel. Everything about this channel is you. Without you, it doesn't work. There is no Scott from A Hornet's Nest. There is no welcome back, episode 25, episode 26. If you didn't show up every fortnight, every 3 weeks to watch, the channel doesn't exist. So I can't thank you enough for the privilege that you've given me to content create for you. And yeah, and putting your trust in me to give you some sort of valuable piece of information. Like, it is mind-blowing how many people value that. And then not only to have you watch my videos and stay for a duration of some sort, you don't have to stay for the whole thing. If you've got what you needed out of the first 6 minutes, great. If you want to stay for the whole duration and just hang out, great as well. But then to get messages from you, like not only have you watched the video, but you've now gone to a separate app, found the channel, and then messaged me. Like, I was episode, I think we're doing something about potentiometers. It was around, yeah, the earlier episodes. And a guy messaged me and he said, Scott, thank you for what you do. Every Tuesday when your videos come out, my son and I look forward to watching them together after work. It is something that we now do to bond, and it gives us ideas for projects that we may want to build. wow, I am blown away by the amount of messages that I get like that, where I didn't expect to be part of anyone's lives, but you've invited me into your home, you've invited me into your commute to and from work, whatever it is, and whenever you watch the channel, you've had me along with you. And because of that, I get inspired to keep making videos. So yeah, if you can keep doing that, the channel will keep growing, because yeah, you guys are truly phenomenal and this channel is for you. Number 5 is, if you could go back to the start of the year, what advice would you give yourself? If I had to go back to the start of the year and tell me something that was important, plan ahead. Plan 4 episodes in advance. 2 episodes is too little. Create mind maps for every episode. Get the resources early. Postage takes way longer than you hope. They tell you it's going to take 3 business days, but now it's a Friday that you're ordering it. Yeah, it takes longer. Christmas periods take longer for postage. So yeah, planning ahead would be my biggest thing. And that's something that I really want to work on in 2025, is knowing where each episode's going, and the interconnect actually has kind of helped with that. We now have a mind map of what's coming up next. We're doing the IFE, that connects into the AMP CD that we've already built, and then it's going into the RWR controls and the ECM dispensing, and then the standby instruments. So I think we've got some really cool episodes coming, but yeah, future Scott, plan ahead. Don't plan 2 episodes ahead, you've got to plan at least 4 or 5. And I would tell younger Scott that there are some really exciting opportunities coming in 2024. You may just receive a 3D printing sponsorship. So to tell future Scott, there are some pretty exciting things coming as well. We just don't know what they are. Yeah, it's funny what hindsight is, hey? And the last question is, what are your goals for 2025 and how can the community support you in achieving them? I want to see the pit functional. I was hoping it would be functional by this year, but we've had some delays. We took a bit of a break. But 2025, I want to see that functional. I want to see instruments in. I want to see the seat in. If we don't have the seat in by 2025, we've got big problems and I need you to call me out on it. But yeah, I also want to see the channel grow, but I want to see it grow organically in the sense of, I want the subscribers to grow, knowing that people are giving me that vote of confidence saying, hey, I'm subscribing, I want to see what you're building. But I only want you to ever subscribe and click that like button if you really want to see more. That way, YouTube gives it to those that want to see it, and it does help the channel grow. So yeah, if I can we did 4,500 subs this year, which if you put 4,500 people in a room, or like a large auditorium, and put me on the stage talking, that is a phenomenal amount of people that want to hear what I have to say. And that's mind blowing, and I try not to think about it, because it would be, I'm not a massive public speaker, but I find it quite easy to talk to a camera and then you by proxy get to hear it. So yeah, if I put 4,500 people in a room, I would be so nervous. But yeah, to see that number, it blows my mind every day. But if we can just get the same amount, if we can reach 9,000 by the end of 2025, I'll be so stoked with that. And the only way that you can help with that is just by showing up, being you. Keep doing what you did this year. Keep sending me the messages if you resonate with something, or you're like, hey, I really enjoyed this episode. Hey, I want to get more out of that. Can you help me some more? Or even just like, hey, I've got a question. Do you mind making an episode? That's how you can help me create the channel. So yeah, what an incredible year it's been. 2024 has been the most incredible year. Like, I'm so privileged to be part of this journey with you. And like I said, I never pictured it to turn out like this. But here we are, 1 year on YouTube, maybe a little bit more, because we started kind of September, October of 2023. But yeah, first year on YouTube, and you have given me this so far. I'm really looking forward towards 2025. So yeah, it's Christmas Eve. Go be with your family. Now, you've seen enough of me for the year. I will see you next year. We're going to start with the IFE. We're going to do that giveaway. And yeah, it is a really exciting time ahead. So as always, stay safe, especially over Christmas and New Year's. Stay safe whether you go driving to your friends and families. Stay safe when you're building. Go enjoy some flight simming. Go have a wonderful end of 2024, and I will see you next year.